What's up, guys? This is Lou. Welcome to Kingdom Sessions. We're going smarter and wiser with the Word of God. So today's topic is 7 things a young person needs to know before she gets pregnant by mistakes. That's what they say all the time. So without wasting any time, let me just break down why I came up with this topic. The country is buzzing, the universities are buzzing with students coming from all walks of life in our country to go and study. That's the main goal. But along the way, for example, Valentine's is around the corner and they are experiencing a new life in tertiary, new life in the big city. There are new people that they are seeing for the first time, new guys, beautiful, new girls, beautiful. So all things are happening fast, but all these things are beautiful. Because I remember, even me too, when I first went to tertiary, it was so beautiful. It was an awesome experience because I was meeting new people, I was meeting new friends. So life was beautiful. But the challenge is, along the way, if we don't have a good plan of how are we going to deal with a varsity life, tertiary life in a successful manner, then bad things will start to happen. So without wasting any time, let's go straight to them and discuss them and dissect these points so that they will help us to be better people from now moving forward. Number 1, if you get pregnant by mistake or whatever case may be, as you will try to argue your point, no, I was drunk, no, I was drunk in love, or it happened by mistake. Irrespective of what, one thing will take place is that there's a high possibility that you can be HIV, meaning that at the end of the day you will have AIDS because of whatever mistake that took place. That is point number 1. And did you know that 7 million people in South Africa are HIV? And 40% of those are coming from KZN? Did you know that? Now you know, at least you will make a good decision in moving forward, trying to protect yourself and make the right decision. That is point number 1. Point number 2, your family will be very angry if you get pregnant. And what will happen is that you won't even get much more support from your family because they will try by all means that you pay for what has happened. Because of a stupid mistake, you need to pay for it. That is point number 2. Even your friends, some of your friends will desert you because they didn't sign up for you to be a mother. They sign up to you as a friend who's at one vision, one goal, to study, to graduate and get a job and better your life. That's what they signed for when they said that when they were taking you or they were putting you or they were allowing you in their scheme to be their friend. So even you're going to lose friends, you're going to lose support from your family, and that's a painful thing to happen. That is point number 2. Point number 3, for that matter, even that relationship might not even last. Why? Because my experience, there are very few marriages they came out of the relationships that were taking place in tertiary anyway. Because what happened is that you get a girlfriend, you get a boyfriend in tertiary. When that person graduates, he goes home, go to his province and start a new life there. So what happened? You are stuck. So don't be too much involved even in relationships, taking them seriously. If you're in a relationship, that's fine, but the first things that you are there at school is to study, not to be in a relationship. Okay? That is point number 3. So that relationship, for that matter, won't even last. I know a person while I was still in tertiary who was had a girlfriend at school, and they were fantastic. And I thought, hey, this couple is so beautiful. I admire them, thinking that the way they are so in love, one day they would get married. I saw this lady here in Durban the other time by herself, and I asked her, where is your boyfriend? And she said, the boyfriend that she was so in love with, they broke up, and that boyfriend is married to someone else. So my point is, don't be sold out to a relationship in tertiary. to the point that you even get pregnant and get other diseases. Your big goal there is to study and improve your life and the life of your family. So that relationship might not, I'm not discouraging you not to have relationships in tertiary, but I'm telling you from experience that they don't last anyway. But at the end of the day, most of the time, these relationships will leave you with scars in your heart. And some boys, they even beat you up as if you are their wives. For that matter, even you are married, even you're not married, no one is supposed to beat anyone in a relationship. If that person beat you, take him to police station so that they will stop abusing you. Don't allow any abuse in your life. Okay? I'm telling you, and I'm warning you, and I'm giving you these tips so that you must wake up. For that matter, have you seen an Indian girl pregnant in tertiary? Or even in high school, have you seen? Or a white girl? Why? You'll never see them. There are very few chances whereby you will see them. Why they are not getting pregnant? They have been told in the family, it's the culture in the family, that you will get a child when you are married. Not in tertiary, not in high school. So that's the same thing that I'm trying to preach even to black people, to black folks, that when you are still a student, you don't even earning a cent, you are still relying from the pocket money from your family. Try by all means that you don't put more burden to your family, because another bad thing that is going to happen is that you are attracting poverty to yourself and to your family, because your family, there are few families in South Africa who are rich, who can afford all kind of nonsenses that their children are bringing home. So you are bringing more strain to your father and your mother or your grandpa or your families or sisters if you are bringing that child home, if you are getting pregnant, because the money they have is to support you to improve your life. Now that money has to go to the child, and now you are suffering. So my advice to you is, try by all means not to get pregnant in tertiary. That is point number 4. Point number 5, your education will be compromised because you have to go home and leave school to take care of the baby. And these days that even at your family, maybe they won't even allow you to go back to school. You have to sit home and nurture and grow up that child. And what is happening to the father? The father is free. He's busy studying, he's busy improving his life, and you are stuck at home. And who's the biggest loser here? It's you, not the boys. Because most of the boys and men, they are off the hook when these things are taking place. So my advice to you, my sister, try by all means not to get pregnant. What do I do? What do you do to stop that? Make sure that whatever that you do when you are messing around, when you are helping yourself, make sure that there is condom involved. Irrespective whether you are drunk or what, or high, but make sure that there is a condom involved there, because that problem that will take place, it will damage your future, and it can even kill you. So that is point number 5. Education will be compromised. And number 6, that have you watched Kumble Kaya? How many people are writing to Kumble Kaya looking for their fathers, looking for their mothers, because of the stupid things that took place some time ago. So try to be wise. Don't allow this thing to happen to your life. Tell yourself that they can be pregnant, they can mess around, but me, I won't do that. In my body, I won't allow such sicknesses to take place. In my body, I won't allow anything that will damage my future. So you must have that plan and goal. For example, I grew up in a very poor background. I've never seen my father. I only saw my father when I was 5 years. I only saw my father when I was 12 years old for 5 minutes, and that was it. Ever since then, and I grew up in a very painful environment, where other children will boast about what their fathers have bought them, what their father had a good time that they are having with their fathers. And I had no one to boast about, because my father and my mother messed around some time ago, and what happened? I suffered at the end of the day. Then I made this decision that from now onward, I will never get any girl pregnant without me getting married first. And that was my goal. And when I was in tertiary, I was making sure whatever that I was doing, I was protected. And guess what? I achieved that goal. I only have now a child who's around about 10 months now after I got married. My prayer, my goal is that you do the same thing. Because even the single parents, they will tell you, as much as the child has grown up now, but ask them what trauma and stress that they went through while the father of the child was not there. Because there are very few families and mothers who are telling the truth about what really happened when she got pregnant. So I'm telling you, don't go that route. For that matter, God says, I've come to give you life and life in abundance. So when you are in God, God protects you. God helps you even not to slip around to get all these diseases, because in God there's peace, there's joy, there's fullness of joy. So my advice to you is, take my advice. If you're still a young person, give yourself to the Lord. Give your life to the Lord, and He will preserve it so that you will enjoy your life when you are married. Because there are other people who are acting as if they are acting as if they are already married while they are still not married, because they have this boyfriend. They are all out. What are you going to do when you are married? So reserve yourself, reserve your energy, reserve your body for marriage. Don't waste it all to a boyfriend whom you don't even have a guarantee whether he is going to marry you. So my advice to you with this, as I'm closing, make sure that you make the right. So be smart, be wise, and do the right thing. And may God bless you. If you really enjoyed this video, just click the red button below to get more videos like this every Thursday. And thank you for watching. Remember, you are God's best. Don't settle for less. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Share the video with other people also. Ciao.